Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the private server Everlasting with Silver Phoenix, our martial arts scrapper. And Silver Phoenix is doing a mission, a story arc, to find Ellie Weissman. And we're in Callisti Wharf, which is where Ellie is apparently being held captive. And I just wanted to show you, I've been through here before, but Callisti Wharf is an unfinished zone. It was built but never populated by the developers before the game got shut down, and it's a really cool place. They did a really nice job on the modeling. It looks really good. Um, it's kind of funny that this drawbridge is perpetually open. It will never close. It's just a model. It doesn't articulate or do anything. So anyway, we're heading to this mission. We are on still +2 times 2. This carnival. We should have no trouble with this. We may face a couple of bosses, but that's fine. And so here we go. Yeah, one of the things is they don't seem to have named the zones in here. Really, and they don't seem to have music either. So there's a lot of unfinished stuff. So they've got some contacts and the base portal and all that put in, but they haven't actually finished it. Now, one of the things that the Homecoming group has done is they've started making changes, and I guess they figured out the code and everything and how to add things, and they've added some story arcs and stuff. Oh, and I want to get rid of the name here because I had that up just so I could see what I was doing when I was role-playing. No, wait. I want to show player names, but personal player name we don't want to see. Okay. It was just easier in the crowd to see to sort of see myself. And oh, here's a boss right away. And so I had that on. But I don't normally use it. Okay, so she's debuffing me. Focused accuracy comes back on. We'll put conserve power. We need a little bit of health. Gosh, this is going to be a pain. Because I can't affect her. There she goes. Wow. Alright, time for loot. This is really annoying, because she can keep summoning the phantoms and then going D-solid, and let the phantoms beat me up. I'm just going to use my entire tray of heals to just beat her up. And it's not really her. She's not doing anything to me. It's her little phantoms that are doing all the damage. And I can't stop to fight them because she'll just keep summoning them. Let's run hasten to speed up the recharge of elude. Finally get her? No. Finally. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous that this guy is still around, even though his mistress is dead. But I'm gonna get 0 XP for him too, I'm sure. Yep. Yeah, you can keep shooting me, I'm just ignoring you, because he's gonna disappear. Alright. Yeah, see, the phantasm disappeared. They don't last long once the illusionist who summoned them dies, and it's not these kind of illusionists, but the master illusionist. Gotta hurry up because Illu's gonna drop soon, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna wait I'm not sure now with Hasten running exactly when it will drop. It was at 3, it used to be around 3:30. Not really sure now. So I'm just going to wait. Well, so this is nice. We're only going to have about 2.5 minutes without a loot when it drops. Let's see. It's still going. This is it right here, where my cursor is. That's the elude toggle. It will flash when it starts to run out. Hasten is about to run out. It ran out with about 1 minute and 7 seconds left. And there's elude with about 3 minutes left. Okay. Alright. Should be alright to go in. Some conserve power here because we don't really have a lot of endurance. Okay. Doing alright. I probably jumped the gun a little bit here. Didn't really want to make you guys wait. Got her. Let's do take a quick knee and do some resting. Wow, this is going to be a big mission. If you see how long... What are you doing? Go down. If you see how long, how far we have all this to cover, this is going to be a long mission. So my guess is it'll be just this mission for this episode. It's interesting that front mission was really tough, and then front spawn was really tough in the beginning of the mission, and now it's been kind of easy since. Yeah, those Master Illusionists are tough mostly because they keep summoning the phantasms, and it wouldn't even be so bad if the phantasms would disappear when they go unconscious. Which I believe does happen to players. Like if you've got an illusion controller on your team and he gets defeated, I don't think his phantasms stay around to help you. I think they desummon. Could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played with one on my team. Took him out. Rescue Ellie, so I don't know where she is. Presumably all the way in the back. So these are 2 lieutenant spawns, or I guess theoretically tougher than a 3 minion spawn, but not by much. Okay. Another strongman here. See, they don't even get a chance to turn on their temporary vulnerability because I hit them so fast. And that is one of the things I really love about martial arts, is just how fast it plays. I think I've said this before, I'm playing a brute that's like an energy melee. It's cool, but it just does not play as fast as martial arts. Now, she's only level 23 or something, so this character didn't play this fast either. But even so, I don't think she plays as fast as Phoenix played at that level either. just lay out the damage so fast as a scrapper. Why am I missing this one? Come on. How is this possible? How could I possibly be debuffed that much? Minus 53. Unbelievable. Turn on focus accuracy. I don't know who hit me with that. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's rearrange this. I don't know who threw the Mask of Weakness on me. I didn't see a boss. Just a regular illusionist? No, no. That's what I want. I accidentally control clicked. Thunder kick. You attack me, that means you're vulnerable. It should mean you're vulnerable. There we go. As you can see, I'm mostly cutting through these guys like a knife cutting through butter. Look at that, 3 hits took him out. Thunder. Done. Three hits, and he's done. He didn't even get a chance to fully engage Temporary Invulnerability. Seneschal, let's go take her out. Knock her down. These guys also knock down pretty easily, which of course helps with the soft control, as we talked about many times. Yeah, we may need to bump the difficulty up even a little bit more at this point. Okay. Let's everybody up here. Okay, the illusionist is going to go last. Start with these guys. Wow, we're almost, what, 40% of the way through this level already? Come on, click. And there we go. I always like knocking them down as an opener, which works if they're grouped. It doesn't obviously work if they're not. see how fast I go through these missions now. Imagine what this was like when I was first this level and you could not set the difficulty to a higher level. Imagine these as white cons, how easy this would be. And that is why the difficulty rating came into being, right? Because people set up like this were just blowing through it. Now, of course, I didn't have sets, right? There was no such thing as an enhancement set. But you didn't need them against white cons either. And yellows. Okay. Okay, a couple lieutenants here. No problem. Where are we on the map? Oh, we're partway through. Still alive? There we go. Come on, there we go. She's solid now. Where'd this guy come from? Patrol? And that looks like a boss. Yep. Okay. Focused accuracy to make sure we hit. Conserve energy. Great, she's gonna heal him. But a critical takes care of that, and now we take Twinkle Toes. There's a boss. Come on, focus chi. There we go. So this isn't too bad. Most of her attacks are psionic. We have a little bit of resistance because of the sturdy. We have no real resistance to psionic, but we're also not vulnerable to the secondary effects like stuns and stuff. And look at that, she's worth 39,000 experience. Alright. Okay, so one of the things I mentioned, Homecoming is, doing some updating. One of the things they've done now, I guess they weren't paying attention to it before, but they have reintroduced, I guess, the rules from Live that say, you're not allowed to use the name or likeness of a character from the comics. Doesn't matter for me because I'm not using the name or likeness, but I guess some other people were. I'm not gonna actually say his name, but one of the characters on my supergroup has the name of a character that's a pretty well-known Marvel character. So during the roleplay last night, as I was watching his name, I thought, I wonder if this guy's gonna get petitioned by another player who sees that name and thinks it's. I mean, if you read the origin and everything, it's not that character. It's a totally different character with a similar name, and it's a fairly common name. I'm not gonna say the name, but kind of like having a name like, I don't know. The Mandarin, right? I mean, a Mandarin is not a copyrighted word from Marvel Comics, right? He's a Marvel character, but Mandarin is a language. Mandarin is is what we call the main Chinese language. Mandarins are the administrative bureaucrats from the imperial days of the Chinese Empire, and so. The word Mandarin is just a regular word, right? And if you made up a sort of Asian character, you could imagine somebody deciding to call themselves the Mandarin. If they don't read Marvel Comics, they might not, and they didn't watch, Iron Man 2 or 3, they might not know that the Mandarin is, a Marvel character. Why am I not dating this guy? Alright. What's going on? Focused accuracy. Take a luck. Need to get out of the fire. Not sure which one is doing to me the, like, debuff that's making it impossible to hit. Because I don't see any bosses in here, and the regular minions generally don't do that. Anyway, so he has this name again. It's not Mandarin. That's just an example of a, like, sort of a regular word that got turned into a Marvel character name. And his character is completely original, just has that name. And I thought, you know, I wonder if he's going to get in trouble. The supposed reason behind this is that, you know, they're getting ready to, I guess, announce, or they're pretending they are, who the heck knows, that they have permission to run this game from NCSoft. So they're negotiating for the rights to the game with NCSoft. And we got a clue, but I'll talk about this first. And this has been going on for years. People have been trying to get the rights to run this game from NCSoft. Nobody really believes that NCSoft's going to give them any such rights. But I guess the idea is they don't want to violate any of the terms of service that NCSoft had in place while they're negotiating with NCSoft's lawyers to try and take over the game and so forth. So they're cracking down, which makes it look, I guess, like they're more likely to actually get permission from NCSoft. I highly doubt it. And in fact, I'm almost absolutely certain they're never going to get permission, because companies don't give up their intellectual property for free like that. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you're playing the game and you've been using, of course it's going to be months after this was announced by the time this is posted, but if you've been playing the game and you've been using a copyrighted name, I highly recommend that you come up with a different name and use that, because if someone sees it and petitions it, you're going to get your name changed to a generic name, just like during live, and then you lose the name of your character. So you know, use that information wisely. That's my recommendation. Alright, so let's take a look at the clue. She says nobody takes the Tatler seriously, Silver Phoenix, but sometimes we come up with some amazing stories. So Tatler must be like the National Enquirer. Like the Bands of Shu, even the Midnight Squad didn't believe that they have the power to transport a human being to the psychic plane, but I did some checking, and it's all true. It's a complicated ritual, but I believe it can be done. Alright, so now we're going to call our contact. And he says, I don't know how to thank you enough for rescuing my reporter. Ellie's safe at home now, and I don't think I've ever been more grateful. She's got a lot to tell about her investigation into the Bands of Shu. Seems they think they may be more instrumental. She seems to think they may be more instrumental in taking on the carnival. And then Silver Phoenix, you have my eternal gratitude for rescuing Ellie. She's telling me a lot about the investigation of the Bands of Shu, and from what she says, there's a good chance that bands could help us defeat the Carnival of Shadows. So the bands are currently being held by the Malta group, so this is a Malta mission. I need you to go and get them. So we gotta go to Brickstown. So we're gonna take a quick hop to Ouroboros. And since that mission didn't take very long, I'm gonna go ahead and do another one, if we don't get stuck. I have to say, the servers have been pretty darn solid. After the first few weeks, I mean, there was a lot of hiccups in the beginning and a lot of crashes and stuff, but it's being run quite solidly now, and everything's working pretty well, so can't complain about that, at least. So on to Brickstown, and we're now, how close? Almost halfway through level 49. Go ahead and set our mission. surprised I didn't get ambushed by the carnies. Maybe I will after we get the bands. If we actually get the bands here and they're not taken somewhere else. And that is a longbow agent. Yeah, they're really cool. They have really cool costumes. I have this idea of maybe making up a stalker who's a longbow. And I'm going to have to study their costume and see exactly how they do it. One of the ideas I had was actually making a stalker villain and reversing the colors, so black instead of white, and I don't know, what's the opposite of red? Green instead of red, and have her be like an X Malta. I'm sorry, an X longbow. Alright, start with the sapper. Okay, he's gone, and now these guys are nothing. Okay, that's all of them. Now this may be up to 5 floors, this map. We'll just have to see. Hopefully it won't be too huge of a map. 5 big floors would be a bit much. Sapper, I heard him. There he is. Hit him before he does anything to me. There we go. Got him. Okay. And the rest of these guys are nothing. Let's see, I can start using some of these. That over there. Actually move that over there. We don't need all this endurance. I'm a little OCD about the inspirations, in case you couldn't tell from all the times you've watched. Okay, so that's the elevator, but we still have more of this level to do. I'm guessing the bands of Shu won't be down here, but you never know. And Sapper. Okay. Got him. That's the most important thing, is to hit him before he can sap you. Let's try to knock the gunslinger over. Missed him. Of course I missed him and knocked the other guy over. So we can do a knockback. There we go. That should be the last damage he does. Bye. There we go. Wow, see, this is a big level. That's why I wanted to keep looking. Because there might be stuff down here. There might be clues. We just don't know. I just don't know what's in this mission, so we have to check and see. Where's the sapper? Oh, you know what I should do is use stealth. Titan, tactical, 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 tactical. Okay, so these guys are not sappers. And they go down really fast. And now we take the Titan. Yeah, so the endurance is going to start being drained a little bit because of the stealth. Okay, these are just tactical guys. I wonder, we don't have any operations officers. Those are the guys that summon the auto turrets. It's interesting, all of a sudden there aren't any in this mission. Just a coincidence, I guess. weren't for the sappers and the accuracy of the gunslinger bosses, I very well might just put this on +3. But the problem is these guys just hit so much, even at +3 to me, +2 to me, that at +3 they would just be so brutal. They would be very difficult. Oh. And there's a sapper. Knock him down, that's it. That's what I want to see. And he's done. And now, the operations officer. You can see how it's not so bad if you manage to take out the sapper first. Move. There we go. Sorry, I'm playing with the inspirations again. Okay. This is quite the map. Oh, and sapper. Let's get him first. There we go. That should take him out. The first guy that I switched targets from. Got one enhancement this whole time. Maybe two, I guess two. The magic one was from the carnival. I need to sell my salvage too, I keep forgetting to do that. Look at this, we've gotten like 1/3 of a bead just from this floor of this level. Okay. God, there's still more to this map. And this is just level 1. I guess I should have done this in another episode. It's always the case, guys. You do a mission that you think is going to be long, it's pretty short. You go, oh, okay, it was a short mission, I can do another one, and then you get a long one. Oh, this is going to be a fun room. Let's go ahead and take a sturdy and a luck and pound the sapper first. And there's the operations engineer. At least only one of them drew an autocannon. You can see though, not a major problem. Oh, gunslinger. Let's take this guy out first. And then gunslinger. I'm gonna knock him this way. Just to avoid going into the room because there's more guys back behind us. And that takes care of him. I keep missing. Jeez, what chance did I have to hit there? 88, and I rolled a 91. 95, and I rolled a 97. That's just great. Let's see. Anybody else here? No, that's it? Okay. Wow, we are still on the first floor, guys. I'm gonna like practically gain an entire level from this one mission if they're all this, if the floors are all this big. What is it? Half a bead per floor times 5 floors would be 2.5 beads. That would get me almost to like, what, 49.8? So when we started all this whole session, I had 3.4, I think, million XP to go. So now I've gained like 1.2 million XP already. And that is just a dead end, yes. Okay, that was one level. On to level 2. And this is a pretty big level too. Any sappers? Doesn't look like it. Gotta watch upstairs. There's probably more guys. So we don't want to go that. We don't want to go that way. All done. That's not too bad. We don't need the awaken. We don't need to break free. And we can put the resistance up there. Oh, there's nobody up here. Well, I don't know who else is up there. Let's see. Is there a... Doesn't look like there's a sapper. No, we're alright. We want to take care of the gunslinger first as usual, because he does a lot of damage, although that burn patch is also pretty vile. Don't need these, so we'll just use them. Done. Alright. And there's another elevator, so it's a quick level. On to the next level. And what is that? That's just an operative talking? Okay, it's not a boss yet. Alright, that looks okay. Gotta be careful of above. Sometimes there are guys above. In the balcony up above, and like up here. So you gotta be careful. Yep, see there's a guy right there. I can't remember where the stairway is here, so we'll just hop up. No problem. Yeah, these seem like not as strong spawns as they should be still for +2 × 2. Oh, there's another guy, okay. Now, that's right. The 2 lieutenants. Are they gonna merge? They merge into a boss. That is cool. Okay. Get out of this burn patch. Gosh. And he's hitting me a lot. Well, oh, he's a +3 boss. That's why. I didn't notice if the lieutenants were +3 or +2. Were they purple? I can't remember. Come on. There we go. Wow, 34,000 XP for that guy. I do think it's really cool when they duplicate like that. Or not duplicate, when they merge. They unduplicate, I guess. Alright, I don't trust this, so I'm going to pull this guy out. I don't know what's in there, but it's a blind turn around this turn, so we'll just pull some guys out and fight them out here. What else have we got? See? Pull them out. Yep. Whoa. What? Alright. 3 lieutenants, that's the problem. And 2 of them are gunslingers. These guys are so insanely accurate. And now we should be alright, because we took out 2 of the 3 lieutenants. 1 guy is not enough to defeat me at all, you know, to hurt me too much. Alright, what's in here? Okay, operations engineer, let's beat him up. You see how fast we cut through these guys when it's just minions. No danger at all, really. Let's see, is there anybody else down here? So I'm giving it a little extra time to just let my health tick up. I don't really need to rest here, as long as I'm mostly there. Gunslinger first, knock down. Nope, knock back. Nope. Oh well. Done. Okay. This is pretty much Scrapper Lock, guys. I love scrappers, because you can just pound through missions and oh, okay, I thought this was going to be an elevator. Guess not. Purple Lieutenant. Operative. Anything else? Oh yeah, but they're all just tactical operatives. Alright. Sorry, this is going to be a long episode, guys. I really thought this wouldn't be that long of a mission. It's just to find the Banzas shoe. But once you get into one of these 5-level maps, not much you can do about it. Other than abandon the mission, which I really would rather not do at this point. Oh boy. Let's start at the top. Because they're going to see me from up here anyway. So we'll start here. Knock them away from the rest of the map. The rest of this section. Yeah, so the thing with this map is, and I think I've explained this before, the villains will look down and see you, but they tend not to look up for whatever reason. So it tends to be safer to go up and start from the from on top and work your way down, rather than starting from the bottom and working your way up and trying not to aggro things. I mean, the other way you can do it is to do pulling, and I've shown that before actually, in this very room. Oh, now I'm gonna just let him come back up to me. But you see how these guys are just standing there, they're not paying attention to me. But if I was down there fighting them, these guys might have seen me. Where is he? Well, I'll get into these guys, I guess. There he is. No, I'm gonna get into these guys, and you guys can come over here. That's it. So why'd I pull him there? Just to avoid the aggro underneath. It's one thing if you're standing over here, they won't look up, but if you stand right at the ramp, they absolutely will. So we're gonna pull him over here to avoid over aggroing. Come on. And see, that guy's stuck. He can't get past the Titan because it's so big. Alright, let's finish this guy off first. He's still alive? Wow. Okay. So we're almost done with this top level. So now if we start aggroing the guys below, it's not so bad, because we've taken care of the guys up here. We can handle what's down below there without too much trouble. So I'm not going to worry about pulling this guy. If these guys aggro, I don't care. They probably won't, but I can handle it now, now that we've taken out all these guys up here. Okay, so who are we going to hit first? The tactical. So some of these guys will aggro from over there. I don't really care. At this point, we're alright. Knocked down. There we go. Look at that. We even knocked down the robots. You can see with non-stop combat, we do slowly drain the endurance. I could probably pop this, conserve power, and then we won't drain. Didn't knock him down that time. Look at that. See? Told you we had nothing to fear over here. So how did I know that? Guys, it's just experience. Right? I've done it before with a character exactly like this. Well, I can't see who else is here, so we just go in. As long as it's not a sapper, I don't care. Oh, and by the way, one of the reasons the endurance is getting drained a lot is the stealth. Okay, next level. Still only got one enhancement for all of that. I hear a glowy. So my guess is we're almost done. And what I would bet is we're going to find out that the bands of Shu are already taken. And these gunslingers. I mean, think about it. That last room, I fought, what, 3 or 4 lieutenants at once? But they were mostly robots and operatives, and they did nothing to me. Now 2 gunslingers, and they took my health all the way down into the yellow. Okay. Okay, hear it over here. Let's see what we got. Alright. Let's do a knockdown. We can. Good. That knockdown meant the gunslinger got no attacks off after that. Right? That's what you want. Because we do so much damage so fast now. And a single knockdown is enough to take a lieutenant out of the battle pretty much permanently. Alright. There's the sapper. Go, took him right out. That's what we want. That's the way to do it. Don't always do it. I'm not always successful at it. Sometimes I mistime it or whatever, but that's how to do it. Look how fast we took those guys out. I love it, guys. I just love scrappers and I love martial arts. I'm going to be so bummed when this character is done and I don't have any reason to play her anymore, because this is the most fun archetype and the most fun power set. This is Scrapperlock at its finest. I love being in Scrapperlock. It's like what I love about the game. What I missed about the game whenever the game wasn't around. And I would try to get Scrapperlock compatible characters made in other games, and just no other game is designed to work this way. Okay, we have completed the mission. We have found the bands of Shu. According to Percy Winkley, these ancient Egyptian bracelets are of no interest to anyone but archaeologists. The band's carvings have a certain charm, and your eye is drawn to one of the figures seating on the throne. Her hands are lifted above her head. Draped over them is the star-studded body of the goddess Nut, or Nut, who represents the sky. Shu is a male, so I don't know what they're doing with that description. Okay, well, we're going to beat these guys up, and then I will finish the mission. What do we got here? No sapper, that's all I care about. Don't need stealth anymore, because we're about done. And this should finish the mission, guys, and it'll just about finish this episode. I hope you have enjoyed. I enjoyed. I love scrappers and being in Scrapperlock. So we'll head out, and we're going to talk to Percy, or not Percy, Harvey, is it? Harvey. He says, "My, those bands are certainly unique, kind of pretty too. Ellie's been looking into them, and thinks they may help us take the fight to Vanessa DeVore. where she really lives on the psychic plane. But we'll have to pick that up next time. I hope you've enjoyed. I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Heroes.